23rd of November and we are leaving Great Keppel Island. Destination is Pancake Creek. We've got about 16 knots of wind, almost right on the front of the boat. So I'm having to use some assistance from the motor. We're going to get in at about 4 o'clock. It's gone 4:30 in the morning. We left about an hour ago. Done about 7.2 miles so far. Out of just short of 70 nautical miles altogether. Tide's starting to push us a little bit. It was slack tide a little while ago, but it's starting to switch over. Tide is now dropping.
So Liam, it's currently about 12:30. What's just happened?
Well, we didn't make it in front of the tide. It's switched around again, so we're pushing tide again. That means that we'll slow right down and we'll not get to Pancake Creek in time. It's complete glass out at the moment. There's bugger all wind. The only wind that's on us is the wind that we're creating by moving.
We're going past Gladstone now, and there's a heap of ships that have parked outside. So Liam tells me that last time he came through, there was a lot more. You might be able to see right in the very distance Dreamtime in front of us. They left a good hour, maybe hour and a half after we did, and they're just absolutely smoking us, going significantly faster. And speaking of smoke, very hazy out there at the moment. Fraser Island's been on fire for about a week now. Well, kind of probably should have been backburned already. It's taken off, but yeah, it's making a bit of smoke and being pretty hard to control from what I've heard.
So we made a decision this morning, well actually it's about lunchtime. We're going to keep on going through the night to Bundaberg. We were meant to go to Pancake Creek, as we said before, but we weren't making good time, and we had a tide switching around, and the current was against us, and we slowed right down, and we found ourselves like really hammering the engine and not really getting much further forward. So we tapped the revs back again, and we're just going to take it easy now and hunker down for the night and just keep going through. It'll be our first night passage together. I've done a few with Simon, and yeah, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. It's whether or not Alison can deal with it. I don't think she's ever managed to go through the whole night, but we'll see how we go. Well, I used to do a lot of shift work, so I mean it's not great, but I can definitely do it. So yeah, just gotta take it easy. The wind's really fickle at the moment, and there is a bit of a swell out, but it's definitely nothing we can't handle. So yeah, it's all good. Alison's just gone down for a bit of a rest now, and I'm going to take her for a little while, and then yeah, we'll see how it unfolds. I'm feeling pretty good though. It's not so crystal clear now. I think it's coral spawning.
Sunset.
I've just gone past the Bastard Head Lighthouse.
Where are we going?
Way to Burnett River.
We just went to turn the lights on, and one of them didn't come on. So we've just been about 5 minutes running around trying to find the spare bulbs. We did know we had some spare bulbs, but they weren't quite where we thought they were. But that is one blowing fuse bulb thing. But yeah, it's definitely on the edge of the comfort zone, not having any lights on at the moment. There's a ship behind us there. Yeah, I'm sure they've seen us. But it is a beautiful sunset going on. Unfortunately not a lot of wind though. Yep, it's on. And here we have the fixed light. Yay! We're not gonna die.
We got into Burnett Heads this morning at about 5:30-ish, and it's pretty lumpy in the mouth, and the wind picked up about 100%, so could have really used that on the way here, but anyway, never works out like that. We didn't have any issues anchoring up. In fact, we just managed to drop the anchor and set it straight away, and then yeah, we went down for a bit of a sleep. It's now about lunchtime, and we're going to move a little bit further down the river towards a place called SV². I can't remember now. I haven't slept very much in the last 24 hours. But we're in Ketch City at the moment. We're the only ones who are not ketch. The term ketch refers to the way a boat is rigged. A ketch has a main mast and a slightly smaller mast behind it called a mizzen mast. Valendra's rig is referred to as a sloop and only has one main mast and no mizzen. But we're in Ketch City at the moment. We're the only ones who are not ketch. There's 3 other ketches next to us. We're all going to leave in convoy in a minute because it's pretty shallow where we're heading off to, so we're going to, and I think the currents are pretty strong as well, so we're going to use that rising tide to get us in there. Yeah, and the guys next to us have done it a number of times, and so yeah, it's always good to go with somebody that's got a bit of experience. We were going to do it this morning on our own, but this looked like a good option. Just stop and bail. Arguably, one of the most dangerous things to happen on a boat is to get hit in the head by a boom swinging from side to side out of control. This happened to me as we were making the turn into Burnett River when the boat started rocking around violently without much warning. Fortunately, by some miracle, Alison managed to stop the boom from knocking me off the boat completely, and I was very happy to escape with a minor headache. It's another one of these massive sugar sheds. There must be, there's a lot of money in sugar, that's for sure. It's the 3rd big shed we've seen on our trip. I think it's the 3rd one anyway, maybe the 4th. But yeah, it looks like that's where the ships get loaded. Just there where that other looks like a border force boat, doesn't it, that one? The 2-hour trip up the river went down without any dramas, although it did get quite narrow and shallow in a few spots. It took us quite a while to find a spot where we were happy, but we managed to get a good set the second time round. The key here is to drop the anchor in a spot well clear of other boats, bearing in mind that as the tide rises and falls, the boat will swing around. At slack tide, the boats may swing independently of each other, so it really is a guessing game trying to work out where other boats have set their anchors. It doesn't really need to be said that dropping your anchor on somebody else's could have disastrous consequences in days to follow. Just been for our tour around the rum distillery in Burnett, and it was pretty good. We have now walked across to a cafe to find ourselves some food. We got Works Burgers, barbecue, she's busy in the back preparing them. She just come around the front, grabbed a bottle of barbecue sauce off the shelf, and making our burgers. Cool. Really hot. I don't think they believe in aircon in this place. Another night on the Burnett River in Bundaberg. Pretty noisy around here. People spinning their wheels every 5 minutes. Old mate around the corner, he's running his generator until well past 2 AM in the morning. Otherwise, it's a pretty good place actually. A short dinghy ride and a walk through town took us to the bus stop. We caught the bus to the proper shops and managed to get rid of a few surplus dollars. What are you doing?
I am writing on the top of the tins and I'm getting rid of the labels because we're pretty paranoid about cockroaches on this boat. Some of them slightly more than others.
Because I have to clean them up every time.
Yeah. So we've just been shopping. So I'm making sure there's nothing here that has paper on it.
What else did we buy today?
We bought a sewing machine.
So we bought a GoPro about 2-3 weeks ago and it turned out to be a piece of shit. It kept freezing up and a few of the files that it stored were corrupted. So I thought, we're not even going to try and muck around with this. It also didn't have the same video resolution as this camera that we're filming on now, so that makes it really tough. And the aspect ratio was all wrong, so we decided to get rid of that one, and we got a refund for it, and we used that money for the proceeds of a new one.
And it cost twice the price, unfortunately.
We ended up spending a bit more money, but you know, apparently the one we got was a toy, so we don't work with toy cameras here. We only want the best quality. But yeah, got a new sewing machine as well, and it's supposedly heavy duty, so we should be able to get through a bit of canvas work. And they say denim and leather, but we'll see how we go on that one. We bought some special needles as well, so that we can get ourselves going. We're just unboxing it now. I'm about to put it on the inverter and see if we can actually run it off the inverter. It says it's 90 watts, but we have bought appliances before that claim to be really low in wattage, and then when we put the little meter on it, they turn out to be double what they actually say they are, and have not been successful running them off the inverter.
And something like a sewing machine, you don't want to run off the engine or the motor all the time, the generator.
Yeah, so setting up the generator just to run a sewing machine would be a bit shit. It's a new camera we got today, and today, fortunately for us, is Black Friday, so it says $529 here, but we actually spent I think it was 460 something for it. But anyway, that's the upgrade to the one that we had the other day. And this camera is still going good. This is just kind of a bit of an upgrade slash backup in case this one dies. We still want to be able to record what we're doing.
So we can get perspectives as well. We want to make sure that if Liam's on the front and I'm on the helm, we can film from two different spots.
Broke the bank today for sure. Okay, so a moment of truth. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Light came on. Seems to work. So we went ashore this morning to fetch some fresh water. We found a tap there, so we're doing all the washing today.
And now the water is a lot less fresh than it was. Apparently we're dirty pig.
Yeah. A few days worth of tight. And we get another bucket there for freshwater rinse.
Without a plunger.
Without a plunger. You're a plunger.
I am a plunger.
I'm about to get the generator going because we haven't had it going for a month or so. So it's not because we need to get it going, it's just because it's probably a good idea to have it running every now and then. We do have petrol preserver in the fuel, but I think it's still a good idea to run it. Oh, so we got some replaced oars.
Unfortunately, we don't have a replaced thrower, so we're going around in circles. After about 20 minutes of rowing, I got bored, so Liam took over. The end of the road. Well, actually, the start of the road. The end of the river.
Today is moving day. We are leaving Burnett River. Oh, what is this place called? Down Bundaberg, right down the bottom of the river. And yeah, we've been here for about a week, and it should be fun getting out of here. Our chain's probably going to be all twisted and stuff, and I'm not actually too sure. There might be a boat sunk right underneath us, but hopefully that's not going to foul up the chain. We're about to find out. But at the moment we're just waiting for the tide to change, and we're going to use that to push us out of here. And then we're going to go and sit in the mouth for a little while until the winds turn around and push us down into Fraser Island. We're looking at Wathumba at the moment. Oh, there's a bucket floating down the river. I think if we hadn't packed the dinghy up, we'd definitely be going over to get it, but no ways we're going to get that unless we go for a swim, and that ain't going to happen. Probably off the cut better trawler.
I don't know. Don't want to like cast aspersions.
Tune in again next time as we leave the Burnett River and explore a sand mound further south called Fraser Island.